Welcome to Prima Donna News, where we give unbiased commentary about trending topics, as well as expose the propaganda surrounding Robert Kelly. Make sure to hit the like button, share the content, and ensure all notifications are on all in order to get all notifications from our channel.
Like Trump isn't quiet because I think he understands public opinion sways some of these things.
Well, especially in the last few years, we are seeing more like the politicization. I mean, Trump was doing it with the Department of Justice. It's kind of scary to think that it could start influencing it more.
Yes.
But I was kind of making the case for, as citizens of the United States, we should actually maybe not want there to be leaks about this investigation. Like the Department of Justice people are like leaking stuff to the New York Post, just so, like the New York Post can get clicks or something,
Right.
Maybe
yeah, that's dangerous.
fairness for all.
Yeah, but that's unrealistic because unfortunately it's a flawed system that we're in. I mean, we hope for the best, but this system is already shredded. People are already giving out information and leaking prominent stuff. Like it's a weird industry.
People often overlook the things Donald Trump and Robert Kelly have in common, from the extortion, attempts from Michael Avenatti, to being thrown in a manufactured RICO. Kelly is seeking a presidential pardon from Donald Trump. His lawyer, Bo B. Brindley, tells People, after filing an emergency motion alleging officials plotted to eliminate Kelly, which was recently denied. This comes after Kelly alleged officials were plotting against him in prison in an emergency motion that resulted in the singer being placed in solitary confinement this week, says his lawyer. R. Kelly was seeking clemency from President Donald Trump in his bid to be transferred from federal prison to home confinement. The Grammy-winning singer, who is currently serving a 30-year sentence after being convicted on federal RICO charges, including racketeering and sex trafficking, is hoping to be granted a pardon or have his sentence commuted after alleging in an emergency motion filed this week that 3 officials with the Bureau of Prisons plotted his murder. We are in open discussions with people close to President Trump, and those discussions have expanded and intensified since we filed our motion. Kelly's attorney, Bo B. Brindley, tells People, we believe that President Trump is the only person with the courage to help us. Immediately after our motion became public, Robert was thrown into solitary confinement. He cannot make phone calls to his family. He has no access to commissary. He has spiders crawling over him while he tries to sleep, Brindley claims. He went on to say that Kelly is also afraid to eat any food made at the prison for fear it may be poisoned, because he fears this treatment will only grow worse over time. Brindley feels the only way to help his client is to have Trump step in. Kelly does not have a relationship with Trump, but he was a longtime resident of the Trump Tower in Chicago. The emergency filing seeking Kelly's release included a declaration from an inmate, Michael Glenn Stein, who alleged that he was asked to eliminate Kelly by 3 high-ranking individuals from the Bureau of Prisons. Stein claims to be a longtime member of the Aryan Brotherhood and alleges he even held the title of commissioner at one point, which gave him the power to order beatings, stabbings, and executions that were carried out by other members of the OB. According to his declaration, he alleged that the prison officials then arranged his transfer across the country to the Federal Correctional Institute Butner in North Carolina, the same facility where Kelly is serving his sentence, and eventually placed him in the same unit as the singer. BOP records do confirm a transfer from Arizona to North Carolina for Stein, in exchange for carrying out this murder or arranging it. Stein alleged in his declaration that officials told him he would be given a chance to escape from custody and live his final months as a free man, an offer that he found appealing because he claims to have been diagnosed with terminal cancer at the time. Stein then allegedly told Kelly about the plot, saying he had a change of heart about carrying out a murder. The Bureau of Prisons and the White House declined to comment. Trump did say during an Oval Office press briefing last month that he would consider pardoning Sean Diddy Combs, who is facing similar criminal charges in the same federal court as Kelly. I would certainly look at the facts, the president told reporters. If I think someone was mistreated, it wouldn't matter whether they like me or don't. Brindley tells People that his client has been attacked in the past, and that his fears of a future incident are only heightened by his belief that officials inside the prison might not adequately or outright refuse to protect the singer. He is not safe in federal custody, Brinley says. And to keep him in prison while he is under threat like this is cruel and unusual punishment.
It should also be noted that many of us are fully aware of the ineffective counsel that Robert Kelly was left with and why so many people fail to realize the massive level of corruption that some people really don't want the world to notice. Some people want the world to continue to bash Robert Kelly based on what they believe and thought about what happened in the past. But at the end of the day, no one should have been left in the position Robert Kelly was left in, with his hands tied behind his back and expected to fight all of these charges that were manufactured right before our eyes. So the hypocrisy that we see displayed amongst all of these varying opinions should reflect on why we stand in truth when it comes to Robert Kelly. Leave your comments below and let me know what you think about all of this. And some of us are still wondering, where is Trevon Cuddy, who was once affiliated with Robert Kelly, who also was indicted with Trump, who may be able to push this pardon through? But hey, that's just my opinion, considering a lot of people don't want to ponder about the connections that Trump has with Robert Kelly, as they want to pretend to be so offended by his potential pardon when it comes to the matter.